Week, both the RBA and the Reserve Bank of New Zealand meet. Now, the Reserve Bank of Australia are meeting early UK time on Tuesday. You can see that they are due to have their decision at 5:30 UK time. The RBNZ are meeting early morning on Wednesday, and you can see that that's due to come in at 3 a.m. UK time. Now, what's expected? The Reserve Bank of Australia, they're expected to keep rates unchanged at 3.60%, whereas the Reserve Bank of New Zealand are expected to hike rates by 25 basis points from 4.75 up to 5, and they are expected to reach a terminal rate of 5.25% before cutting into the end of the year. Now, currency traders will be looking at these two central banks meeting for any sense of divergence between the two central banks to get a clear direction for the Aussie-New Zealand dollar pair. And what they want to see is moves going against what's currently expected. Now, the seasonals are really helpful here. If we just take a look at what seasonally is expected, you can just see that April, over the last 23 years, tends to be the strongest month for Aussie-New Zealand dollar gains. It's gaining, if you just take a look at the stats, you can see that over the last month, 65.22% winning trades and a 0.59% return. So if we do see a very hawkish RBA decision, which supports Aussie upside, and a dovish RBNZ decision, which supports New Zealand dollar downside, then Aussie New Zealand dollar longs have a seasonal bias to the upside. And so that's worth being aware of. Technically, if you just take a look at the technicals, you can see that they're pretty decent as well. The Aussie New Zealand dollar is just breaking out of that potential trend line, and you can just see a little bit of a bottoming action going in about that 1.0700. Major resistance up at that 10850, 100, 200 exponential moving average, and risk could be easily defined underneath that 1.0650 region. So technically it's pretty decent. So if there is a big divergence between the two central banks, that's definitely something to be looking out for. Now, major trade risks. The major trade risk here, of course, will be if the central bank's decision between the RBA and the RBNZ plays out against the seasonal trend. That's a key risk. Remember, don't just trade it, but season exit.